Hi everybody, I'm Danny DeMonica, and welcome to tonight's stream where originally we were going to do a concept called the Lost Files, where, we were going to do 3 Midway games that were only in the arcade. Never came home, but I need a little bit more time on that, mainly because Maine decided to act a fool, and certain things have happened, and I'm just going to be incredibly blunt with y'all. I got to go to work at 5 in the morning tomorrow, so... Also, the actual reason is this. I found out a couple days ago that there's this recompilation project called Project R, which for the modernization of it all, you gotta find the files on your own, recompiles San Francisco Rush The Rock Alcatraz Edition and San Francisco Rush 2049 and makes it playable on your PC. No MAME needed, it's just coming straight from the thing. I think this is going to be fucking awesome, quite frankly, myself. And you guys are going to be seeing it. I forgot to grab water. I'll grab water here in a minute because I am a tired sumbitch. I can't necessarily great equalizer the stream, though. I will say that much. We're just going to play all the arcade tracks. It's going to be a 2-hour stream. We're going to spend about an hour doing all the San Francisco Rush. And we're going to turn around and do 2049 as well. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I test ran it a little bit. It works perfectly fine. And also, man, these nickels keep piling up every time I put one of my streams on. It's the same time as a Dallas Stars playoff game, because about an hour ago, take a fucking hint what just started an hour ago. Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. I can't win to save my life, I swear to God. Either way. Are you ready? If you are ready, we shall be ready. Where is that? Okay, my stuff's over here. Cool, 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 cool. Either way. If you guys are ready, I shall bring you to the big old menu in the sky to show y'all. It's a Spartan menu. It's not even into its beta yet. But believe me when I tell y'all, it's gonna be cool. Now let's check the game settings real quick. Make my car color. I'm just gonna have a black car. Fuck all that. Are you ready? I hope you're ready. We ready now. Look at that beautiful bitch. In 4K none the fucking less. This is rad. Let me just turn that down a little bit. Alright, cool, cool, cool. We on it now. Yeah, give me the middle one. But yeah, no, technically I'm doing a Midway game, but I'm not doing a Midway game. If you can see right here, you see Maximum Force, Mace the Dark Age, Freeze, and Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey. These were all Atari games, which came from, obviously, the big old split in the 80s with Atari. But somehow, some way, Atari games found themselves in the employ and being bought by fucking Midway. So, I know I'm stretching the definition. Y'all gonna see some terrible ass gameplay because San Francisco Rush is not my strong suit. But, in a roundabout way, Atari games from the mid to late 90s eventually became Midway games. They even had a partnership from like 96 till 99 when they kind of became a subsidiary that, you know, they make the games in the arcade, but they would then turn around and just be like, here you go, Midway, here's the publishing rights. And even in some cases, if you go play a game on MAME, you'll see that it uses like Midway hardware, if I remember right, on some games. But I can go into, and Jamie can attest, I can go into a big giant babble about how, you know, Atari getting sold off and split up in the 80s turned a lot of things into what gaming is today to an extent. But that's neither here nor there. I'll save that story for hour number 2. But for now, watch this jump. Also, if y'all expect me to get out of 7th place. Oh, the Midway one? You want your brain to hurt? I'll have it the way you're sponsored by Excedrin if I explain the Atari thing. I'm telling you now. Also, if y'all are expecting me to get out of 7th place, reduce your expectations to 0. Oh God, yeah, this is. All right, but no, once I get this race going, I'll tell y'all the story. Let me just get through this tunnel here real quick. Maybe I can get into 6th place if I'm lucky. Ain't that a bitch? Get your ass out of my way. Like, it is pretty much the original game, but just... Hey, I shaved a whole 0.6 of a second off. At least we getting somewhere, damn it. But no, I'll explain it here in a bit. I just need to get some of these races done. But no, the first San Francisco Rush, if I remember right, was all these tracks except for the Rock, which we're going to do the Rock last. But no, like, and here's the other thing for the Atari and Midway fans out there. If they're doing this, I'm telling you right now, whoever recompiles War Final Assault and what's the other one? Especially the Grid. Oh, it's gonna hit like crack. I'm gonna be the happiest son of a bitch. Oh, no. Physics be damned. Oh, now he bouncing. Oh, shit. Yeah, he gonna blow up. If Gauntlet Legends and Dark Legacy gets this treatment, I will be the happiest motherfucker of all time. I will gladly sit here and power through that entire game. I mean, I technically could already, because I already got, you know, Legends or 64 and Dreamcast, because it's like a hybrid of Legends and Dark Legacy, but then also Dark Legacy. I'm telling you now, I would power through both of them. Gar gonna be like, but Danny, you don't want to do long-term games. It's gonna take a couple of months. I'm like, we gonna sit here until I get it finished. Damn it. Then you better do an RPG. To that I say, hi, I'm Danny. I'm a hypocrite. Gar gonna hold a gun in my head so I can do fucking what's the not West of Loathing, because I did that. Shadows over Loathing. Gar gonna be like, bitch. You did your passion project. I get this done. You little motherfucker. Also, there's just something about pure arcade racing that I'm just like, just hook it in my veins. But no, I'll there we go. Ah, that's a nice little turn radius right there. Oh, 4th place? Not 7th? Oh, happy day. Damn. I owe the public service works. I ain't mean to go this way. I guess we going this way. Hell with it. Oh, don't tease me with Primal Rage 2, you rat bastards. Y'all know it ain't come out, but those of y'all that do like Primal Rage, I found out that in the emulator MAME recently, it is playable now, so that's gonna be something to look forward to, for damn sure. Oh, that whole bridge said hell no. Okay, that's another shortcut. See, that's the other cool thing about this. The replayability sometimes just comes in. Trying to play this bitch more, and I bet it was annoying in the arcade, but let me find out some damn shortcuts. I'll trick some shortcuts, damn it. Oh, God, could you imagine if they do, like, some more Midway games, like Cruisin', Hydro Thunder get recompilations? Woo! Fuck it, we going on this ramp. Fuck it, we ball. Oh, Lord! That was a bad idea! Note to self, much like whenever Michael does it, saying fuck it we ball before doing something incredibly stupid is a god-awful idea. did one of the computer things catch on fire? Son of a bitch! Okay. Nice to see that there's something showing that it truly is, you know, version 0.70. Because, damn. Fuck it, we going up this ramp. I don't know what the hell this entails, but we gonna figure out what it do. It do get us in a very bad predicament, apparently. I have food. Indubitably, Michael, indubitably. But no, I'll gather y'all around and tell the story. Just let me know when to hit the story of how Atari got splintered in two and somehow half of Atari just ended up going to the wind and the other half, you know, it's like divorce and parents just kind of rip the kid in half. You know what I mean? I know that's a fucked up way of putting it. Yes, I'm threatening y'all with a history lesson. What of it? In before Jamie in the back goes, do it, do it, do it. My concern is I ain't trying to bother. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. Once again, I'm showing y'all why fucking we ball is a bad idea. Again, if Michael says fuck it, we ball, and you do it, see, just it's a terrible, terrible resolution, even. All right. Actually, hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this real quick. Hey, Jamie. She's probably doing the laundry, so don't worry about it. Okay, so when you were doing San Francisco Rush, I remember right, it was normal extreme. Oh, hi, Jamie. I have a game history lesson. Should I regale the tale of the history lesson to the people?
You told me the legal situation with Atari. That was actually pretty interesting.
Oh, all right. Well, if you think it's interesting, I'll give it a shot. All right, so I'll catch you guys up real quick. Long story short, at least the first part is Atari and the video game crash. Well, the people that owned them was Warner Communications. They were not happy losing a lot of money. So what they did was, but here's the other thing y'all got to realize too. Atari was kind of always in two. Like, it was weird because you had the console division, you had the arcade division. Warner owned both. So they kind of kept it as one company. But what happened was the video game crash hits and they were like, man, we ain't doing this home console bullshit no more. This ain't working. We can at least make money with the arcades and everything else, but the rest of this can kiss our ass pretty much. So what they do is they sell half of Atari to this guy named Jack Tramiel. The side that they sold to Jack Tramiel, that's his name, Tramiel, not Tramiel. Tramiel. That side, that's the ones that did the Atari 7800, the Atari computers, and infamously, the Atari Jaguar. And that's the side that, you know, died in 1996, but their IPs kind of found their way back to where now they're with a company. I think Atari used to be Infogrames or some shit. That's another time. That's another story for another time. But we're going to focus on the Atari arcade side of things. So if I remember right, the Atari side of things was the Atari arcade side, the consumer, like not the consumer, but the Atari, basically the arcade division. Warner kept them. They were allowed to be intact and all that shit. But their main thing was simply this. Under the rules of getting split up, Atari could still use their name in the arcade. But they could never use their name outside of the arcade. So this is where Tengen comes in. If anybody's ever seen an NES, right? Y'all ever see the black cartridges that don't look quite right, but they work anyway? That was Tengen. Which, that's another story with them trying to do the 10 NES chip, but that's besides the point. So to make a long story short, they put their games out by a bunch of things. I think before they became, like, swallowed by Midway. Oh god, this car sucks ass. They were getting their stuff published at home under the name Time Warner Interactive. So yeah, that's how far they left in. And I think in like 1996, what happened was the Atari arcade division, which in arcades that whole time was known as Atari Games, they got bought by Midway in 1996. So they became a subsidiary. So Time Warner Interactive, if I remember right, just straight up shut down. Like, they were finito. And it became where all of Atari's games, when they came home, were under Midway. And then I think that lasted until, I think 98 or 99, but definitely by 2000, Atari Games just became Midway Games West. And they stayed with Midway until the unfortunate, bitter fucking end. And that's kind of the story of what happened to the other half of Atari, which my sibling wanted me to tell y'all, so there you go. Hey Michael, are you happy you got a Danny the Historian segment? Even though it was a little bit rambly. I tried my best. Watch, next Jamie's gonna say I should put this on TikTok. So, in a way, I know I'm skirting, so in a way, I'm skirting the rules, but in closing, that's why you're seeing San Francisco Rush tonight, because this game came out right around the time of the purchase between, you know, Atari Games becoming a subsidiary of Midway, which is why you see a lot of Atari games on Midway Arcade Treasures. Like, you see Gauntlet, you see San Francisco Rush and all them. Hey, I never said I was good at this game, but I know the history behind it, and I'm happy you guys like history. Come for the terrible gameplay, stay for the... I'm going to take another crack at that. I think I'm just bad at the expert car. I think I'm good at advanced, but let me see if I can do a little better with the beginner car. I feel like I could. Only one way to find out. You never know till you try. Damn, y'all really want to see that clip. Alright, I'll put it up on TikTok. I'll put up a few other things that I kind of... Like, the good news about the new job is that I'm gonna... Once I inevitably wake up from working from 5 to 10, from 5 till 9 in the morning, I'll be able to take a nap, and then I'll have a few nights free to just take care of some shit. So, I got that going for me. Yeah, see, this is a little better for me, because I like cars with a lot of grip. I've noticed that if I try and play simulation games and they're loose, that's why you never see me play Gran Turismo, because I'm dog shit at it. But the looser the turns are, the worse I am, I've noticed. But no, but that's also why, like I said, I hope that explained a lot of shit. It explains why, because fun fact, they, I forget if that's how Midway got in, but it was kind of why, for a while, you were like, wait a minute, Midway didn't make this game in the arcade. Like, if I played Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey, right? If you play it in the arcade, it was like, the NHLPA and Atari Games presents blah, blah, blah. But when you got home, it was Midway and the NHLPA present. Damn. I tried turning. Sometimes trying to make it go left is a little bit of a suggestion. But also, they have their, Midway has a bunch of games that never made it home. Atari Games, though, not only do they have a lot of games that never made it home, they have so many canceled games. Because their main priority and focus was let's make money in the arcades, that quite frankly, I could do an entire Lost Files episode on Atari games that didn't even make it to the arcade. including a section of, and this is another did y'all know, since I'm on a tirade about facts. Michael, this is your night, Michael. I bet you're happy I didn't cancel stream now. Did y'all know that there's a Beavis and Butthead beat 'em up that got canceled for the arcade, and the only way you can play it is if you go to the Galloping Ghost arcade in Chicago, because that's like one of the only test arcade things that's ever been like preserved, and it's like still usable and shit. Long story short, it failed its market thing, and this was like one of those, I think it was a poor test location reception on top of the getting bought by Midway kind of axed it, because notably the Midway acquisition killed off, if y'all ever wondered why, actually let me structure that differently, because I'll segue to that in a bit. Let me finish this story first. The Beavis and Butthead arcade game was made, of all things, and I thought this was wild. Did y'all know that? Well, y'all didn't know. I'm telling y'all. That game uses 3DO hardware. Not Saturn, not PlayStation, 3DO. And if you don't know what a 3DO is, that's kind of my point. And it looked like it was kind of a beat 'em up, co-op beat 'em up, but there was a versus mode, so if you ever wanted to bitch slap your friends, you could do it. Obviously I've never played it because the folks at Galloping Ghost Arcade have never dumped it. I hope to God, just for the sake of it not becoming lost media, that they have like a USB of it, if for nothing else. Just, I don't care if I ever play it. Some people say the game's horrible, some people say the game's mid, but just for the sake of it just not disappearing, just, I hope they back up the ROM somewhere. Now, if it happens to leak on the internet, it happens to leak on the fucking internet, but I just, you'd hate to see a game like that where it pretty much is preserved and it just goes bye-bye because someone's ego. But I'm getting off topic. But that acquisition by Midway, and Jonesy's about to get mad as fuck when I say this. The Atari Games acquisition, when Midway bought them, that is pretty much the reason why we did not get Primal Rage 2. Because they were like, man, we got Mortal Kombat. We got War Gods. We really ain't trying to have more fighters. And we really ain't trying to have one competing with our asses. So they gave it the guillotine. But luckily, somebody, somehow, some way, got the ROMs, got it preserved, and you can play it right now in an arcade emulator. So you can play it, and as of like a couple months ago, the emulation's perfect. As of a couple of months ago, it works perfectly fine. So y'all, you know, there you go. You can experience what never was. Or y'all could just tune into the Lost Files. And you can experience it that way too. God, that was a shameless ass shill. Michael's over here like, Danny the Historian strikes again. Damn. At least we finished the damn race. Of all the times for my net to shit itself. Oh shit, did you not hear the whole explanation about how, you know, the Beavis and Butthead game, or... Damn, Alistair, you really want me to... You buffered at the end, but you're good. I think I'm good. Okay, that's good, that's good. Garu over here like, why can't he do this shit more often? This is fun. Also, I figured in the middle of this, we might as well just do the track that this specific version of San Francisco Rush is named after. The Rock. Now, San Francisco Rush is about all going around all of San Francisco, which they had a bit of a California theme, because there's another game. It's not, I don't know if it's an offshoot, but I don't think it's an offshoot. It's called, what you call it? California Speed. Which kind of expands it across the state and everything. But no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Pretty much, this is San Francisco Rush, right? San Francisco Rush came out in 1996. This specific one is Rush the Rock Alcatraz Edition. It came out in 1997. It added the track you're seeing here that I'm doing miserable at, mother of God, Alcatraz. And I think it added a few more tracks and I think another car. And then they decided, we're going to have San Francisco Rush 2049. Okay, I'm going to try and do the loop-de-loop and not fall down. Come on, baby. There you go. Woo! Fuck it. I'm going to do another sidekick. Sidekick. Shortcut. Let's go for it. But yeah, no, there's just so much stuff to delve into with the history of video games, and I don't know, it feels like it's a damn shame that it's like, I know some of it just goes, I wouldn't say lost to time or just people don't give a shit, but there's just so much cool shit about games that, you know, nobody really makes. Missed it, damn. I figured, fuck it, why not? I'll do it. I'll go babble about video games. And also, these games are just cool. Alright, I'm gonna do another loop-de-loop. I ain't gonna make this one, but I'm gonna try my damnedest. No way! Did I actually make that? Normally I fly off in the middle, so that's actually dope. Now, the lineage of San Francisco Rush goes like this. You got Rush. San Francisco Rush came home. But San Francisco Rush the Rock, in a strange, and I think about the only time I ever heard of it, if I remember right, San Francisco Rush the Rock specifically got bundled with, of all things, graphics cards for PC. And that's the only way it came home, was on the PC in like 97. I'm trying to remember if it was specifically a Voodoo graphics card or a Matrox Millennium card. But yeah, I just thought that was strange as hell. And then apparently the rumor was that San Francisco Rush the Rock Alcatraz Edition was supposed to come in for N64, but that never happened. Instead, what happened was we got like a console only version of an arcade game. This arcade game called Rush 2 Extreme Racing USA, which, you know, instead of doing just San Francisco, you're going all over the place. All over America. And there's stunt tracks, figure 8 tracks, all the other extra stuff. And I don't think that's a terrible one. I don't hate it. I'm happy I have it. I like goofing around on the stunt tracks myself. And then the last of the Rush, well, not the last of the Rush series, but then San Francisco Rush had Rush 2049, which you will see in the second hour of tonight's stream. And it's pretty cool, and I'll go through more detail with that. And then the last game in the Rush series, depending on who you ask, this counts or doesn't count, is a game for PS2 and Xbox called LA Rush. And, well, it's a game. Pretty much, they took everything from this game and ripped it out and made it street racing. Like, literally got West Coast customs from it and just did street racing. I don't want to judge a book by its cover, and I don't want to, like, negatively say something on a game I've never played myself. But that's one I find a hard time buying, even though it would finish the series for me. Mainly because I don't know if I'd like it, because I've always been more of an arcade racer instead of a street racer. I could do it, but I have more fun with this. Y'all learned a lot of shit in a small amount of time, didn't you? Take my damn ring off. That's probably fucking me up. But no, what can I say? If it's something I like, I happen to like a lot of video games, you're gonna see a history lesson about it. If I remember right, this is one of the first arcade games to use 3DFX graphics too, which, oh my god, fucking, I always, as a kid, like, seeing stuff about 3DFX and Voodoo graphics cards, god, I always wanted one of them. It kind of sucks that they went out of business. I mean, they got bought, but y'all get the point. I will say when in terms of the racing games, I'll also say I'm hoping that they do the other Midway racers, because I would love California Speed. Oh, hold up, gotta hit this jump. There we go. Oh yeah. You know, some shortcuts don't help you do if you're running slow, which is exactly my damn problem right now. Damn. I will say, that's one thing I wasn't a fan of with his physics system is, damn, if it ain't just the most. Sometimes it can be quite unforgiving. And then the moment that you screw up on one of the bonuses, they're like, nope, nope. God damn, just let me bounce back a little bit. Oh. But no, I've always. But yeah, I need to take a little bit of a minute to just fucking let my damn throat cool down, because that was a lot of information in about, what, a 15-minute span? But hey, it's my channel. That's what I get to do. I get to be a fucking dorky goth historian of video games, apparently. Hopefully it's not annoying. That's all I can ask. What? Hey man, what is this? You know, I know that you don't want to one-for-one a game. I know that, you know, you want to preserve a game and have it be one for one, but look, just saying, when this gets to 1.0, fix them goddamn physics. Rest of the game is fine. Fix the fucking physics, please. Also, you can see the Atari Games logo in the lower right corner right about here. Hi, sibling. Did you like the giant tirade? Because there's so many damn games. I could do like 3 or 4 fucking Lost Files. Because I'm thinking about it, there's 10th Degree, there's a lot, man. I don't know if they're going to necessarily be good. An arbiter of taste I'm not, but it's just nice to kind of just shine a spotlight and go, hey, yo, this shit happened. Hey, this happened. Now, why am I getting cut? Oh, come on, goddammit. Why would you even make a shortcut only for me to get caught on the geography every single time? These whole sections could be its own short on TikTok, to be honest. Don't let Jamie hear that. She's gonna want me to do it. Actually, you did hear that, didn't you, Jamie? You do want it to happen, don't you, Jamie?
Just because I don't have an account, I do watch the streams. You know for a fact Alistair's gonna agree. Pretty much everyone's gonna agree. No, WD's gonna agree.
Well, if he wasn't at work, I'm sure he'd agree. But no, I mean, sure, why not? That's the only thing I don't like about this game, the physics. I should not be exploding every time I hit a car. Like, I get it, realism, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. You know it's an arcade game. I know it's an arcade game. Quit acting wild. Cruising USA wouldn't have me go out like this, damn it. I'm stubborn, and I'm going to get this jump somehow. They will not deny me. Damn. You know, the haters said I couldn't do it. Good call, haters. Shout out to them. Shit. Alright, I'm just gonna have to ignore that from here on in, which sucks ass, but sometimes these damn things are not worth, the itch is not worth the scratch sometimes for some of these shortcuts. And if I'm gonna try and hit it 4 or 5 times and get absolutely nothing out of it but, you know, losing time, it ain't fucking worth it. Don't you die on me, bitch. I'm right here. I'm just gonna have to actually behave and do this track naturally, normally, regularly. Alright, for the interest of just getting every track shown once, we're just gonna go ahead and skip this. We did what we could. It's not that I did bad, we got stuff to do. It's a 2-hour show. I'm just making sure we got to go to everything. If we got time, I'll double back and try and finish that one just to say, hey, we finished every race. Alright. Well, have fun. I know that's weird to say about laundry, but... Is this a shortcut? It looks like a damn shortcut. Well, it's gonna be a shortcut. Oh, I'm just in the damn streets. Okay. Like I said, some of these shortcuts ain't worth a damn. That's one of them. Oh, Lord. I knew that was going to happen. You ever just have time slow down when you have a terrible ass idea? That's what happened there. I just saw it and I was like, oh, no. I think we're back on track now, boys. I will say, I am curious, how does one, you know, do decompiling and recompiling of arcade games? Like, I just want to know how that shit is even done. Like, that's actually something that's fascinating. Oh, so I had to say something while I was crashing in there. I don't know, but I hope more projects come. I hope so too. Shit, if I ever can get good at and remember how to code, I wouldn't mind doing a couple projects my damn self. There's videos of it. I smell a deep dive coming. I wouldn't mind taking a tour of the recompiles. Swear to God, if Michael says something about some goddamn Sonic Unleashed. Decomp is something you could enjoy, probably. Probably, yeah. I'd love to. Look, I'm just saying, I would love recompiles and decomps of games that didn't make it. Like, God. There's just so many ideas you could do. Oh, we're just gonna die just short of the goal line. How much time we got left? Oh, we got 12 minutes. I can give it another spin. I can give it another go. Also, I will say, these are incredibly tough fucking games. Rough fucking games. God damn it. God damn it. What I say about these, sometimes these shortcuts ain't worth a damn. Wonder what happens if I take a stroll through the park. Ain't that a bitch? I could just hear the stay on the damn road, Danny. To that I say, you know what? Might be in my best interest. I ain't doing horrible with this damn race, though. I wouldn't say it's easy mode, but shit, I'll take the whoa! What the fuck? What the fuck? Man! Oh, sweet Jesus! God damn it. Also, if I remember right, this specific game, San Francisco Rush The Rock, there is one other home release besides the PC. And that's Midway. It's part of a compilation called Midway Arcade Treasures 3. This I need to like add an addendum. So this is my I fucked up. If y'all see this on TikTok, this is like gonna come up right after. This is my like post haste. So what happened was, if I remember right, and I'm probably gonna look this up, this game had some emulation issues. Cause I know it was this one and it was Primal Rage that had the biggest amount of fucking emulation issues for those compilations. Primal Rage being on Midway Arcade Treasures 2. Fun fact. About that. The devs, even on the game, they were like, hey man, can we just have the source code so we can fix this? And they were like, no. We're not moving the anti-piracy, fuck you. And I'm like, damn, y'all petty as hell. Now, I could be getting some of these facts wrong. So, there you go. But no, I almost forgot about that because I played the hell. And I have Midway Arcade Treasures 3. You guys saw it. That's how we played Hydro Thunder and Off-Road Thunder. And Arctic Thunder. Well, not Arctic Thunder. Arctic Thunder was a solo thing and also one of the last Midway games. See, now I done got all fact. Done loaded y'all up on facts. Some bitch. Wasn't it started by a Jak and Daxter recomp, or am I misinformed? No, I think recomp starting in general. I don't know when, and I need to do research on that. Wouldn't be surprised. We love all the facts. Wouldn't be surprised if it was a fucking Club Penguin thing. Oh, God. Club Penguin has a low-ass fan base. I'm like, why? We love all the facts. Well, I'm happy you guys love all the facts. I'll try and do more of them every now and then. Whenever I actually have facts to give. I mean, most of your fan base is neurodivergent. Random facts is a drug. That's what I'm doing. I'm dealing y'all catnip. I'm just over here like, pss, 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 pss. Hey, pss, pss, pss. You want some random facts, kids? Oh God, don't tell me I'm doing that. Was that every race? Yep, I did every track. So let me bring that up again. But when we return from stream, we are going to be doing this little buddy right here. We're going to do San Francisco Rush 2049. I'm going to tinker with the settings real quick because we ain't doing all these fucking laps. Nope. That did my ass in last time, so we just going to do 2. I could do 2 laps and we finish the damn race. I do 3, we gonna get fucked. But no, either way, that was hour 1. We did San Francisco Rush. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We got another hour. We're gonna go into the future because you saw it say Drive the Past, right? That's Rush to Rock. We're gonna do the future now. We'll go into the future, and hopefully there's really hot guys in space spandex. I don't fucking know. Either way, we'll have more, and we'll have more after this. We'll be right back. it got unhooked again. I'm not happy with this mic, but I have to deal with it. Either fucking way, I'm fucking tired. I'm just gonna go and give the 3-sentence version of this. We finished San Francisco. Welcome back to stream. We're doing San Francisco Rush. It's specifically its recompilation project. San Francisco, its recompilation project, Project R. We've done San Francisco Rush. Now we're doing San Francisco Rush 2049, which is interesting. If I remember right, and I'm going to look this up real quick, this has to be one of the last games from Atari games. It has to be. In terms of arcades. Right? Yeah, as a matter of fact, that is the fun fact for right now. It's the last one as Atari games because by the time looks like Hydro Thunder was made and Gauntlet Dark Legacy was made, they were already renamed Midway Games West. So it was up until 1999 that they were still, you know, that, which is wild. Incredibly wild to me. Pick up a 360 USB mic, it'll work great, dear God. Finally hear what I miss. You missed me doing a bunch of fun facts about video games because... Of course. Wait a minute. Huh. The people who made Wayne Gretzky and the NHLPA All-Stars, the people who made the Super Nintendo version was named Cygnus Multimedia Productions? I didn't know Cygnus was around that long, Garu. Anyway, anyway, we're doing San Francisco Rush 2049, and we're going to do that real quick because I have to get a move on because we got to get everything done, plus also there's hockey to be had. So, let's get back over to there. I have everything ready. Also, real quick, for San Francisco Rush 2049, there is an arcade version. Like, there's cheat codes. I don't know any of the cheat codes, so I'm not going to be showing them off tonight. But what I am going to be showing off to y'all let's see. Making sure everything's in the right thing. I'm also trying to see if I like okay, alright, cool. I didn't lose anything. Yeah, check this bitch out. Behold. I'm always one for letting the stuff play a little bit. Because it's always so cool to see it. Oh, I know why the Midway logo's here. I forgot about a fun fact. So, when you're decompiling this game, it doesn't use the original San Francisco Rush. It uses Tournament Edition and Special Edition. Real quick, I'll catch those for you. So the game originally came out sometime in '99. What had happened was, in 2000, Midway, by this time they remade Midway Games West, they brought out Tournament Edition. Swear to God, Midway had a thing for some Tournament Edition. NBA Jam Tournament Edition, San Francisco Rush Tournament Edition. I'm sure Mortal Kombat had a damn Tournament Edition, but I digress. Pretty much, there were some bugs in the original game, so what happened was Tournament Edition fixed those bugs, added 2 new tracks, 4 cars, and some new shortcuts that wasn't otherwise in the original game. The other version you can use is, also you see this. I think this is an ad for the Midway Tournament Network, which, fun fact, is the reason why you've never seen Midway Tournament Edition, because it's, how do I put this nicely? It shut down super quick, and I mean extremely quick. The upgrade wound up being recalled because they shut it down later in 2000. We're not even talking about a few months. I think we were talking about a few months, but that's it. But 2003, 3 years later, what happened with this? Now, this is the strange shit here. 2003, Midway had a game called, well, not Midway, apparently some place called Betson Enterprises. had this thing. Let's see, automatic. It had this thing called Special Edition, but it pretty much, for all intents and purposes, was just the Tournament Edition minus the online play. I will say, I do like the fact that, oh, what a difference a couple of years made. Like, I will say, though, about this game, you're gonna notice that, for the most part, if you were here in hour number 1, this is pretty much going to look like what it is. And that's a futuristic version of San Francisco Rush, plus a couple of other tracks. But also, they have the addition of Atari coins. Now, I will say, there is going to be one thing that, since we're doing the arcade version, you're not going to see on the way home. Because the home edition had 2 different things that I'm not going to be able to show y'all unless I just, like, get another emulator or something. And that is, or if you played San Francisco Rush 2049 as part of Midway Arcade Treasures 3, whenever I go flying like this, the home versions had it to where your car would have wings coming out that you could control. It's not in the arcade version. The other thing that's not in the arcade version, if I remember right, is stunt mode. Which is just pretty much try and do as many flips with your car as humanly possible and go for it. Did I accidentally just info dumped about the whole fucking game again, didn't I? Whoops. Now, I will say I personally do not know. Shit, I ain't even know this was here. But, I don't know specifically if, like, stuff from the arcade, like the Tournament Edition and Special Edition, I don't know if any of that came home. I'll have to, damn, I did horrible. God, Zooks. You finished the game, hip hip hooray for you. They said, good Lord. But, I don't think it did, especially not, because no, by then, it had to have. Yeah, no, I don't think any shortcuts made it home. But y'all get the point. Y'all know how I am. I just wanted to give y'all some background about the game we're playing, because for some of y'all, this is very much the first time you've seen anything like this, and, well, Michael, Danny the Historian strikes once again. And again, we're going to do the same thing as we did last time. We're just going to go and hit all these tracks at least once if we can complete them. And then if there's any time left over, I can babble about some stuff. But for the most part, thanks for tuning in for a short stream. God help me, because I got to go to work at 5 in the morning. But otherwise, I can only hope that you guys have enjoyed the thing so far. And thanks for tuning in, obviously. I think the other thing about this game that I'm not used to, and it's in all the other games, so I don't know why I'm not fucking used to it, is the coin system. I never paid them enough mind, so I don't know what they do. I'm gonna be upfront with y'all. Also, let me stop babbling for a good bit. I recommend strong coffee or a strong energy drink. So you gonna laugh, right? So that actually puts me to sleep. Coffee and Monster energy drinks knock me the fuck out. People used to look at me funny because I used to just drink one before bed, and they're like, are you trying? And I would be out fucking cold, like knocked out. They'd be like, why are you doing that? Don't you want to go to bed? And I was like, that's the point. It's called You Have ADHD, Danny, says Laura. Yeah, I've been diagnosed with that since I was 9. That's kind of the point. I fuck around and drink a Monster. I'm over here like, I'll fuck around and probably get fired and go to bed. Oh shit. Kaboom. I knew that. I also like the fact that with this recompile, it at least took the time to, y'all know how when a game is naturally in the 4:3 format, right? And then it gets into 16:9, either the HUD looks all fucked up or the HUD is still locked to 4:3. I like the fact that the HUD is at least, you know what I mean? It's where it would be if it was a widescreen game. So shout out to them for that. That's pretty dope. Also, sorry that these are largely uncompetitive. More like, about to hit a monster nap. More like AUDHD. Hey, do I really have to hit you with the N before you autism thing? I thought that was just for Michael and Garu. Come on, baby. Hit it. Come on. You mother... Ooh. I'm so damn mad. Oh, I'm actually mad. No, I'm getting my damn lick back. Also, here are the tournament edition cards right here for y'all. They make it very, very obvious. Looks like there's 3 instead of 2. Oh, these motherfuckers done lost their minds. But no, I think also, if y'all are keeping score at home, I've done a recompilation project on here. Specifically, I've done Super Mario 64 Plus on this channel before. It just also shows you I'm not very good at Super Mario 64, but that's besides the point. But no, I'm down for going through, looking through more of these, and if I can give you guys some really cool information tidbits. Yeah. But no, I just... Oh, also, you literally missed me running down the entire history of a company, Wrong Dimension. Like, just straight up gave everybody the history of Atari games. Well, the Atari Arcade division that eventually became Midway Games West. And we're currently playing the last game that was under their name before they became Midway Games West, which I think is fucking awesome. I just like doing the history bits, but I get scared of doing the history bits and go more for being funny because, you know, you get the idea. I kind of want people to continue to show up. And if I'm over here giving a history lesson, I get worried that sometimes I'll bore you some bitches to death. I will say, though, I would have loved... I would have loved to have been able to actually play online in an arcade. That would have been amazing to do. I know that is a bit of a tangent. Like, I kind of wish that little, the arcade thing, I forgot, because I know one of them was like WaveNet that Midway used. I know there's not much you could do, honey. The good news is literally everyone in chat has told me that it should become a TikTok. That all the fun facts should hit. Like, that's how badly they're like, yeah, Danny, no, do more of these. That's better. I at least finished the damn race. I feel a little better about it. I mean, we're going to be ass last the entire time, but it makes you feel warm inside. Also, bit of an aside, speaking of Atari games, I know this has nothing to do with the games. But did y'all fucking know? Well, no, y'all probably... No, I'll... Point I'm trying to make is press gas, select, turn wheel to choose. Alright. That Atari games, under their, like, home version pseudonym of Time Warner Interactive, made the Saturn version of Virtua Racing. So if y'all ever wondered why Virtua Racing don't feel like the Sega version of Virtua Racing, it's because, one, it wasn't made by Sega, and two, Sega never sent them the source code. All they did was send them an arcade cabinet of Virtua Racing and pretty much told them, hey, go ahead and copy it from that and get as close as you can. It's about the damnedest thing I've ever heard of, but that's why they kind of took some liberties. There's extra tracks and all that stuff. And also why it doesn't feel like a Sega racing game and it feels more like somebody else did the port. I missed a shortcut, god damn it. But no, see, wrong dimension, I saved some fun facts just for you. Next, somebody gonna wind up clipping that one. Actually, don't. I actually want to play Virtua Racing while I fucking clip it. Like, actually, like, drive that shit home and be like, look, it was some wild stuff. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, I'll be here, Jonesy. Like I said, you know how I am. I do want to... If I had another hour, I'd actually try and explore and do a little bit more. But I at least just want to get the basics of everything down for the most part. We weren't last. We weren't last. We weren't last. I do need to send a message real quick. Let's see here. All right, I'm good now. Just needed to take care of something real quick. Okay, I see what's going on. I did some quick research. also. It looks like the racetracks, all of them contain a total of 100 coins. When found, unlock new cars and paint jobs. Okay, that's interesting. Huh. Apparently the reason why this game looks incredibly good for its time also is because it used the... Y'all remember that rant I went on about 3DFX graphics and how Midway really liked using them in arcade games? Well, this happens to use a 3DFX Voodoo 3 graphics card, which... Bellissimo. Beautiful bitch. It's a beautiful bitch.
You have selected track 4.
And here is the future version of Alcatraz. Alcatraz. Oh shit, there go my ass. No! Damn. Also, I think the only person in the audience would be like, oh shit, Voodoo graphics card. Probably would be Laura. I will never stress enough, if I can ever get my grubby paws on like some Voodoo graphics cards to make like an old computer out of, whoo, y'all ain't gonna hear the end of it. I know I would have to get a 2D graphics card. Damn! To kind of supplement it, because it only does the 3D. Ooh. You give me one of them, give me a big, dummy, thick Pentium. No, not even Pentium, but no, I want a Pentium 2. Fuck that. Oh yeah, give me them coins, baby. Who invoked my name? Was it me saying Laura, or was it me saying the fucking Voodoo, the 3DFX Voodoo 3 card? Gonna get more of these damn coins. Progress! Oh, no! Just some bitch! But no, like, that's why a lot of the late era Midway stuff... A lot of late era Atari and Midway stuff look good because they used to be like, we gonna put the beefiest graphics. I think they did, like... I think Hydro Thunder used Voodoo 3. I know NBA Showtime used Voodoo. Blitz 2000, I think, used Voodoo. And obviously you're seeing that here. That's why it looks like, honestly, that's why I think San Francisco Rush 2049 looks like a souped up Windows 95 game. But funny enough, it never came home to PC. Unless, with the exception of Midway Arcade Treasures 3. Again, I think actually Midway Arcade Treasures came home as Midway Arcade Extended Play, something like that. Swear to God, I just like the fact that like once a month y'all are cool with indulging me just being an absolute fucking like, did y'all know this? Did y'all know this about a game I fucking love? It feels warm inside sometimes, you know? Okay, I got 44 out of 100, so there's another 60 around here somewhere that I know damn well I ain't gonna get to. It's nice to get them, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get them. Yeah, I'm gonna look through. See if I can find more Atari stuff. Oh, right. I almost forgot about the epilogue. Let's call this the epilogue to the whole Atari Midway thing. So in a roundabout way, Time Warner wound up getting Midway back. Well, not Midway back. Their Atari Games division back, because when Midway unfortunately went bankrupt in 2009, what wound up happening was the assets wound up getting picked up by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. So Time can be a flat circle sometimes because where did they end up? Right back where they started in a fucked up way. I know I've packed this whole stream up with, you know, fun facts, but that's the little epilogue to the story of Midway that I figured, you know, y'all would like to know. So that's what... It's so weird. It's like they left Warner Communications only to end up right back with Warner Brothers. God. That's what that button does. I feel like a YouTube or TikTok series on games you've played with interesting history could be cool. True. I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I would just have time. The good news is I'm going to have time to edit it. That's the good news. Ah, there's one of them damn coins, but it's always in a spot that you... See, that's where they get you with replayability, you know what I mean? Like telling the full story of Reckoning's weird as fuck development. Oh, you mean like how part of Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning's friggin' development thing was part of... One of the people was literally Kurt Schilling, the star pitcher of the Boston Red Sox. Which was still wild. Like, he owned the company. I think he owned... That's why... Matter of fact, let me remember the name. Okay, wait, no, I forgot this ain't got no pause button. I gotta run. I was gonna look it up, but if I remember right, the original developer's name was 38 Games. That's where they got the 38 name... The 38 from, because that was his number when he was pitching. That was his jersey number, 38. I almost screwed myself out of this damn track too. Ain't that some shit? No, I did screw myself. Yep, certainly did. No. I saved myself. But no, I thought I'd give Garu a fun fact about Reckoning. Ugh, this car. My driving, but also this car. But yeah, no. Also, I'm just gonna be dorky one more time. Are you proud of all the damn fun facts tonight, Michael? And if my siblings watching, Jamie. Well, I know they could be hanging out with Alistair. Also, I feel like those of y'all, especially Wrong Dimension, are like, oh, that's why he drives like this in racing games. And I'm gonna look at you and be like, yep, I did not lie. I did not stutter when I said Midway shaped how I drive. But it was definitely more Midway than Atari games because I just was never the biggest fan of the handling on San Francisco Rush. How about I say, I just put my ass back on the street. I tried to do a shortcut and just put my ass back on the street. We just wasted time. Now, one of these days, I'm going to get good at this game so I can... So maybe I can actually, you know, delve a little bit more into it. But no, it's just... If they're starting on the Midway games, then there's just so much opportunity for certain games to kind of get a second life. I know specifically, I know they're kind of deep cuts, but I must again champion War Final Assault at least, because that was an Atari Games game. If not, one, it's an Atari Games arcade game, and two, it was on, if I remember right, the same architecture. A game like that with keyboard and mouse controls? Oh, I'd be in hog fucking heaven. That's an understatement. Some bitch. Well, can't say we didn't try, even though I am just out here just swinging and whiffing on some of these tracks. Mother of God. Okay, so we're now into the tournament edition track, so wonder what happens if I use a tournament edition car. Fuck, I'm just gonna go running with a pickup truck to see what happens. Oh, okay. These are gonna help with my steering. Okay, cool. I'll remember that. Oh, I just overshot that by a long shot. Oh, okay. Go ahead and set me the right way, shit. Look, I never... But no. You ever have a game that you got awful at, but you just love? I'm just saying, folks, at no point have I won a race when we did this. In fact, I think my Atari games racing game that I'm the best at is another game that did not ever make it outside of the arcades in Vapor TRX. It's where you kind of fly... I think it was planes? And that, I just love that game. I'm being dorky, but I can hear Wrong Dimension in the back going, damn, Danny, this is why you don't play racing games, huh? And to that I say, look, man, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my absolute best. My best is god-awful. It's dead last. But that's why we have fun facts for these games. Okay, it's 9:48. We got 12 minutes left, so we're going to luckily be able to get all these games at least one track played.
You have selected track 7.
Damn. This actually looks pretty damn cool. Oh, one other thing about this, those of y'all that don't have Windows, you can play this on Mac OS or Linux, which means those of y'all, specifically those of y'all with a Steam Deck or with a Steam Deck, ROG Ally, it works on there even. So, if you ever wanted to just be able to play anything on the go, apparently, go for it. I think it'd be easier to tell y'all which freaking platforms this doesn't work on. Either way, I just find this damn thing neat. Is it one of those things that, by the way, should I drop the link to Project R before the end of tonight's stream? Just so y'all can have it if y'all want to, partake. Oh, well, there you go again. Damn, some of these tracks though. Oh shit. Aw. They could have just... Okay, that is one thing that's going to annoy me about Midway games. They could just put me on the secret. You're allowed, just go ahead, put me to the next little part, so to put me back on the main track. Come on, get there. I believe in you, car. This game will make you feel like the slowest motherfucker alive sometimes, though. Damn. Just go ahead and let me finish, damn it. End the suffering, boys. Alright. I think we have done every track. That is literally everything that can be done tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's stream. I hope you guys had fun. Real quick, I'm actually going to... Where's Project R? So that's not, there we go. There's Project R. All right, so y'all can do it, and y'all can find the files that you need to get it. Here's Project R. Y'all go ahead, and that's what tonight's game was based off of, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And then here's our usual links. The tip jar. Let's see, the tip jar. The merch, which, hey, that store is up, so by all means go for it. And the YouTube channel, which I need to do more reviews and everything. Hopefully you guys had fun. I had about as much fun babbling about this game, or both games tonight, as you will. Looks like we're going to be back to our full complement of 3 streams next week, more than likely. And we're going to be wrapping up Midway May-nia with at least a few decent games. Hopefully you guys enjoyed them. I'm Danny DeMonica, and I have to get off of here because I gotta be up at 4 a.m. to go to work at 5. What the hell have I gotten myself into? I'll see you guys. I will see you guys more than likely Tuesday night. I'll figure out the schedule. Actually, that's the other thing. Y'all join the Discord so that way y'all know where the schedule is. Either way, I'll see you guys around. Good night, everybody.